Hey, hey, hey. How's everybody doing? I don't think I'll be able to go live too long, man, with the very, very hot out. Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing, man? It's been a very long time. Well, I was on the other day, but I'm going to be definitely getting back to um, a schedule of coming on here live for you all. So get ready for that. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the live, man. How y'all feeling, man? It is one bright, bright day, and the energies are intense, man, for July. Let's just say to say the least. How's everybody doing? Where are y'all from, man? There's like this new thing. Like I feel like I haven't been live in a long time, man, because now we got like this top fans thing that shows up on the live and some weird stuff that I haven't seen. I guess that YouTube now implemented. I haven't even seen them in other people's lives. This is kind of the first time I've seen it. How's everybody doing, man? What's everybody up to on this Saturday? Thank you for subbing, Bonnie. I appreciate you. We have a lot of content, and we do lives regularly, so um, you definitely want to be subbed. That's for sure. So thank you for that, and share it out. Share the lives out, man. Share it out. Share it out to anybody you know. Welcome everybody. How y'all doing, man? Happy Saturday. How y'all feeling, man? I've been having like a lot of different things occurring for me. I've been finding myself with quite a bit of anxiety lately, and needing to ground and center myself and come back to the breath. And the energies have been super, super intense. Um, and I've been definitely feeling it like the last couple days since this full moon we had. Um, but the month of June, I kind of took off from going live. I needed a break, It was just myself, Luna included. We just needed a break, man. I needed a break. It was definitely or excuse me, let me rephrase the term that I'm using. I needed to take a pause to just realign and recalibrate. She's doing pretty good, man. I needed to pause for a bit and come back to center, come back home to myself, come back to realize what I want to do and what I don't want to do. Yeah, thank you for saying hi. Random edits, welcome to the live. Soph, Alan, thank you for asking about Luna. She's doing pretty good. Um, but we'll leave it up to her for her to give you her feedback on how she's been doing. Um, I know she's been meaning to go live the last couple days. She just hasn't. A lot's been going on, man, with everybody. A lot of things are happening, man. A lot of changes are coming, man. Uh, you guys know I've been saying this since last year. This year is, in fact, the year of disclosure. Disclosure. And things are going to be disclosed that we probably necessarily don't want to see or haven't wanted to see or, um, and yet they're going to be disclosed. Um, the way that we've been moving and living and just our daily lives is just not sustainable anymore, man. You know, at the end of the day, man, it's just not sustainable as a race. Whoa, what the heck was that? Oh, did you guys see that? Whoa. Um, it just hasn't been sustainable, man. Busy bee. Um, and we're having to change, man, because I'm being very mindful of what I say on here. I'm also wanting to like show you guys a little breathing technique to like help you as I'm watching this bird sitting over here looking around, like scoping out the scene. Um, a little breathing technique that's helped me quite a bit lately. Because like I would venture to say like a couple days ago, I woke up at like 2 a.m. and let's just say I had a lot of anxiety. Let's just say a lot of things were coming up like flashbacks from my past, like different times in my life that I had situations that occurred like back in 2017 and when it was like a rock bottom for me. And I know that it was coming up to be seen, to be felt, to move through, you know, because that's what this full moon is all about. That's what is happening in general. We're clearing space in our bodies for the new and to let go of the old. And so, man, I just sat there and I just was breathing, you know, for several hours, to be honest with you. It was very, very challenging, and yet I did it, you know, I'm here. And so what I was doing is basically um, a simple breathing technique, very simple. I mean, again, not everybody breathes in through their nose and out through their mouth. A lot of people just breathe in and out through their mouth. Um, and so, again, I started breathing in through my nose and out through my mouth slowly and deeply. And yeah, before I knew it, my body started to, you know, calm down and go into the parasympathetic state. Yes, it took a little while. I'm not going to deny that. Um, and yet I know that it just wanted to be felt and seen. And this is one of the things that we're all going through right now as a collective. So we can all move forward so that the disclosures, so that the things can essentially collapse that need to collapse. Whoa. I knew that bird was like scoping out something, man. And then he goes and dive bombs this person. There's two of them. Now I see it. Whoa. He looks a lot bigger than he did before, man. But this other one's sitting up here and it's like it's swooped down and just I seen so like in the back, I have a bird feeder and I fill it up all the time. And there's this red cardinal that I saw yesterday. If you guys are familiar with the red cardinal, I mean most people are. And the thing was like sitting on top of the holder that holds the bird feeder, and it was just watching and protecting the seeds. the food. And then every time like a little bird came by and it tried to go to get the food, the red cardinal would like shove it off the perch. And it's like, I'm like, come on, man, there's like plenty for like all of you to have. I mean, it's like the bird feeder's like this big, probably, maybe even like this big. Then I fill it all the way up, you know? And it's like, he's like just sitting there knocking each of them off the perch, you know? It's not really that funny, but, you know, it's kind of like aggressive and um, mean, if you ask me. But but this is like what we're seeing is happening even in the animal kingdom, you know, because um, it's time to shift. It's time for us to get out of the mindset of we're all separate and get into the mindset that we're all one and connected, you know. And I see visions of a world where we all come together, man. We all come together as one. You know, we help each other, you know. We help each other, we're kind to each other, we're compassionate to each other, we trust one another, you know. um, I think that the one thing that it takes majority of the time for humans to, again, we're just in this human body to have an experience, you know. But the experience needs to be different than what it's been for thousands of years, where it's been like war and it's been like separation and divide and arguing and fighting and like, oh, I've got to get this for me, and you, this is yours and this is mine, and that type of mentality. And coming back to, well, we're all God's children, we all came from God, we'll all go back to God, we all came from source, we'll all go back to source, we're all from the infinite creator, right? So if we're all from the infinite creator, then why have we deemed each other separate and arguing with each other and I'm right and you're wrong, and you know, that whole mentality. And you walk outside your front door and everybody's just separate, you know, and nobody wants to help one another unless there's something tragic that occurs. And I really truly feel like um, it's sad, to be honest. I've never really understood that it takes something really tragic for humanity to actually love one another and have compassion for each other and, you know, be kind to each other and loving. And like, why does it take, you know, you know, some kind of um, storm or, you know, disaster uh, to bring people together? Why can't people just come together because they want to come together, because the love they have for one another, the love they have for the human race, the love they have for this experience of being in a physical body and having an experience, you know. And I just never really truly understood that, man. And I really truly see the world is entering the golden age, is entering an age where we do love one another, and it doesn't take something tragic to bring people together to love one another, you know. um, and so it's like, I've always thought since like I was a little kid, man, I always thought of, well, I understand that there's different levels of consciousness. That's for one thing. I understand that. Even with the animal kingdom, even with the bug kingdom, there's different levels of consciousness. People are here and people are in different places on their journey. And I understand that as well. And at the same time, it's crazy to me that people don't question, wow, I'm in this physical body. I'm here. Like, why am I here? What am I doing here? What? And they just go along with what they're told and what they're told to do and what they're told to be and have. And um, I see that changing. I see that changing like rapidly. Um, Yet maybe not fast enough. And I wish that it didn't come down to like something tragic to get people to change or get people to come together or get people to be kind to each other. you know um, Even if someone has like a confrontation or you know uh, you know maybe like a bad relationship with someone, which what really is bad or good anyways, um, for it to take something tragic to bring the individuals together. And it doesn't always do that either. That's not always the case, but for the most part, it does. I've been on this planet for 46 years, or 47, something of that sort. And every single time something has happened, when I was living in South Florida and we had hurricanes all the time, that's when people came together, but not even 100%. You did still have people scamming and trying to rip people off and, oh yeah, I'll sell you this plywood to put on your window and, taking off and just things like that. I feel like until we get to a place where we realize that we're all abundant and we all can have it all, um, there's still going to be things like that occurring. At the same time, man, if we all came together, the billions of people on this planet came together, pulled everything together, stood tall and came together from the heart, put aside all our differences and the way we think and the beliefs we have, and putting it all aside and just standing tall and proud and being like, man, this is a gift to be here. This is such a gift that I've been given to be here on this planet at this time during this massive evolutionary shift in human consciousness, where humanity is quite literally, even though it doesn't look like it, we're moving into the Aquarian age, the age of love, the golden age. We are. And God is leading and we're all following. And whether you want to or you don't want to, that's not even something you can even question anymore, because it's something that we're all being moved towards, whether we like it or not. Whether your ego argues with it or not, whether you kick and scream, it's happening. The changes are happening. We may not be able to fully see them just yet, but they're changing. We're changing. I can tell you right now, just in that experience I had the other night, with waking up to like a lot of anxiety, and different flashbacks from my past showing up, um, and me breathing, it humbled me. It truly humbled me for the journey that we're all on, and to have so much love and compassion for each and every one of you that have chose to be here and be a part of this, and that you're here and you have a big purpose and there's a reason for you being here and there's no accidents. Everything is happening all in divine timing, all divinely orchestrated, perfectly perfect, just as you are perfect, just as I am perfect, just as we all are. It's so divinely designed, and it's a matter of us, you know, our egos stepping out of the way and trusting what's happening, even though we don't know, even though we don't understand from an egoic standpoint, that to trust why whatever's happening is happening. I've had moments the last few months, like with different parts and areas of my life that I've doubted myself, that I've doubted the universe, that I've doubted my guides and angels, you know. And oh, hey, Channeling Kai, what's going on? Welcome to the live. Welcome, welcome. Didn't even realize you were even there. You know, once I get into the flow, man, I get into the flow. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's just, you know, it's very challenging to do when a lot of us have been here for decades. Okay, let's just be real. We've been here for decades, and you know, we're like, when is things changing? Why haven't things changed? What is going on? When are things going to change? And yet you ask for guidance and you ask for help, and then you don't seem to feel like you're receiving it. You may pray, you may ask, speak to your angels and guides. It all depends on where you're at on your journey, because everybody's different. And I respect every single person's belief systems and what they believe and what they, you know, who they pray to, who they don't. If you're religious, if you're not religious, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man. Because the more we can come together, the more we can treat each other how we would want to be treated, the more we can show love and compassion and kindness to each other, the more we can, the more we lead in that way, the more we move in that way, the more the world will change. Again, it's not the easiest thing to, it's not the easiest thing to do when all these things are happening all around us. I completely understand, because quite frankly, I've been going through it too, you know. We all have, and we're all clearing and cleansing, and you know, I've been doing a detox for like 12 days now. Another thing that I'm doing at this moment in time, and you know, yeah, it's the 12th day. I think I started on the first of July, and the first week, yeah, I felt a little bit I felt a little bit funky. All right, I felt a little bit funky, and had a real bad headache and stuff of that nature. But I've been noticing, and I've been listening to my body, and I've been having different things happen with certain types of foods that I would eat. And again, I'm listening to my body, I'm listening to the guidance that I'm receiving, and the more I do, the more I notice a change. I notice certain things not happening when I listen. Again, this is a big thing that humanity is going through. We're clearing the heart center, we're clearing our chakras, we're clearing so many things like density. Woke up feeling so good today, like something had lifted. Saw an old friend, and it feels good to be alive. That's great to hear. I'm glad to hear that you experienced that. Um, I feel like little things like that, man. Yeah, yeah. exactly. We're doing great, and we just have to keep going. We have to, uh, know that the end of what we've all been living through is here and is coming, and the brighter days are ahead. The brighter days are here. And because of the way we're all deciding to shift and change and move, that is what is impacting everything. And again, you know, I know that a lot of people will contradict what I say, like, oh, yeah, I saw this on the news, and like, that's not the case. That's not what's happening. Um, and yet it is. It's just happening slowly. Um, Everything has to catch up to where humanity is collectively. It's not just you. It's all of us. Um, and yeah, it takes time, man. There's billions of people on this planet. We keep shifting timelines left and right. We're jumping to this timeline. We're jumping to that timeline. We're shifting and we're changing and we're clearing this and we're clearing that. And we're letting go of this relationship and we're moving into this new one. And we're, leaving this job to go to this job, to do this, to do that. It's like all this changes timelines. All this changes the trajectory where humanity is going. Does it change it fully? No. Again, it takes the entire collective, you know, which I do truly feel that we're very close to critical mass, reaching critical mass, reaching enough people that are awake to shift us into this new reality that we all have been wanting and calling in, whether you're conscious of it or not. Because I really, truly believe, I don't care if you're awake or you're not awake. I don't care if you're conscious or you're unconscious. It doesn't matter. The soul is leading us every step of the way. And the fact of the matter is that our souls know what we came here to play a role in, to be a part of. And majority of us heard the call to come here and to assist in moving the collective forward to the age of love, the age of Aquarius, the golden age, ushering the new earth. Again, the way we've been living is not sustainable any longer. And it's getting harder and harder to, with all the energies that are happening and coming in, and our bodies changing, and physically, mentally, spiritually, you can't be living through the mind anymore, like logically understanding and trying to figure out everything through the mind. It's requiring us to lead from the heart. It's requiring us to be heart centered, in every choice we make. There's a lot of help on the planet right now. There's a lot of help that we can't see. There's higher dimensional beings, there's angels, there's spirit guides, there's archangels, there's higher dimensional beings, there's galactic beings. There's all hands are on deck to make sure that humanity makes the right decisions. Again, they can't step in, but they can nudge us, they can give us messages, they can give us guidance, especially if we ask for the help. And there's a lot of light workers and star seeds and whatever you want to name yourself that are asking for help, that are asking for guidance, and they're here waiting, and they're here ready to step in to serve. What happens here on planet Earth impacts the entire universe. It's not just this planet. There's many planets. There's billions of planets. There's billions of universes. And, of course, we're multidimensional and, beings. And, we're not just living out this life. We're living out many on different planets all at the same time. And which is really crazy to conceptualize with our mind, with our ego. But the fact of the matter is, man, I know deep down, deep inside every single one of us, billions of people, man, that we have so much love for one another. Masked with all the trauma and the belief systems that we hold and the things that have happened in this life and many others. And I understand that. And I understand every day people get to make different choices and choose whatever they feel like choosing. You know, that's the part of the one thing that this planet has is free will, choice, you know, and it makes for a lot of challenging things that are occurring on the planet right now because of free will and because of choice that we have. As much as you may not think you have free will and you have choice, I saw something yesterday. Fatima, how you doing? Welcome. Let me see. I saw something yesterday, and she was saying, just take care of what's happening in your own reality and let others take care of what is happening in theirs. That something home and made so much sense. Yeah, I mean, it makes 100% sense. Hello, dear Daren. Good to see you. I gave been seeing a lot of ancient prophets, one after the other, along with that Lake Taras. I actually have stayed in hermit mode apart from random lives. Aaron and Jonah recently to give examples. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you know why, channeling Kai, I'll address your question or what you stated. Why that is because you can't control what others are doing. You can't control what someone else chooses. The only thing that you can control is the way you move, what you do, what you choose to do, how you choose to move. Everyone else, yeah, it creates suffering when you're trying to it doesn't mean you don't have feelings and emotions around what's happening, and that's okay. That's good to be with things that maybe they piss you off, or maybe, you know, the things that are happening in the sky, and you guys know what I'm referring to. Um, may frustrate you. May You may feel angry and pissed off, and that's okay, you know, versus like suppressing and hiding those feelings, you know. Maybe someone makes you angry or upset or frustrated, and that's okay too. Um, I think that when you attach to um, maybe a situation that occurred between you and then you're pissed off and frustrated, but then you continue to attach to that energy, then that becomes suffering, you know. But it's okay to like feel all the feels, you know, because trust and believe, everything, there's no way possible that, well, there's people that are, and I think that at certain points in my life I was observing, I was actually observing, um, but majority, to just step back and observe and be an observer is not the easiest thing. It's very challenging. I think it's easier when it doesn't, when it isn't so close to home to you, when something in your circle occurs, like, you know, I think it's a little bit easier when there's something happening across the planet in like some other country that you're like thousands of miles away from. I think it's slightly easier to just observe versus when it's in your reality, when it's in your circle with people that you rock with personally and you have a personal emotional connection with. Then the observer can be a bit more challenging, you know. And yet, that I do know for certain that we're learning how to do more and more. You know, like, can I observe this situation but not get entangled in it maybe give my opinion if it's needed or if the individual wants it, but not entangle in it, you know? And when you're like sharing and the person is sharing and you're holding space for them, and can you hold that space without entangling in it, you know? Um, it's definitely a fine line with it, you know what I mean? I keep getting shocked as I am a bit unstructured when it comes to my inner work due to my disabilities. I got you. I mean, and that's okay. That's perfectly okay, you know. Have compassion and where you're at on your journey, you know, Fatima. Um, it's perfectly okay. I think that's the biggest thing, man. The biggest thing is like to have compassion and not judge ourselves for what we're doing, why we're doing it, and where we are. You know, and oh, I'm not doing it the way this person says I should do it. I'm not moving in the way that this person thinks I should move, and being like, okay, that's okay. I'm not going to judge myself. Um, I'm, I'm, I've come so far, and even looking back at a lot of different areas of your life and situations of your life um, that have that you could actually say, wow, I've really come far. Wow, I would have reacted so differently in this situation than I am right now. Wow, I cannot believe the things that I've accomplished and the things I have done. Wow. You know, and kind of like patting yourself on the back for it. Yeah, well, you know what, Fatima? I don't think it only has to do with that. Everybody does that's here. Like, I don't think you're the only one, because I have a very small circle as well. Um, you know, at different points, I've met a lot of people, done a lot of energy work, done, you know, like you guys have come to Kundalini activations that me and Luna have done and stuff. And it may look like we have a big, huge circle. And to be honest with you, I don't either. I really believe that a lot of light workers and starseeds don't have this massive tribe, you know, in physical form. Of course, we do in the spiritual realm. We have a massive tribe that's helping us and guiding us and steering us in the right direction. But yeah, a lot of us don't have that. Um, so you're not the only one. I don't believe it's because of that. I believe that you're a light worker, you're a star seed. You have a big mission and purpose here. And I think that a lot of us don't have that for those reasons, potentially, possibly, you know. Um, but I can say this with great certainty that it's not going to be like this forever. It really, truly won't. Things are changing and things are shifting. And we just have to keep our heads up and our eyes opened and just keep our hearts open. That I think is the biggest key, the key to it all. Like moving in a way where every interaction, every experience you have, you move in a way with your heart center opened, your heart chakra open. You don't close your heart when somebody says something you don't like. When somebody mistreats you, you don't close your heart. You know, you keep your heart opened, because I can tell you this, that I've noticed that the difference between having my heart open and having it closed, when I have it opened, so much more people, so many more things just are magnetized towards you, versus when you're shut off and you're closed. It's like people just randomly approach you. They want to have a conversation with you. They want to be around you. They want to be in your light. They want to, you know, just be around you. when you're closed off and you have a wall up, and and you're shut down, you're shutting the world off. It's like shutting the faucet off. It's like turning the faucet off and the water's not flowing. It's the same kind of thing. Everything is energy. Everything is like water. It flows. So the more that and again, it's not the easiest thing to do. Don't sit here and think that I'm this person that's above anybody else. I'm just saying this is the way that we're being led and guided to move. Like no matter what, it's like Jesus, man, Yeshua. He walked around and no matter what people did to him, no matter what happened to him, he saw everyone from a lens of love. He saw everyone from the pain they're in, not the act they commit. And that's true compassion. That's true compassion. A lot of these, gurus like Yeshua, like Moses, like, the Buddhas and all these different, every single one of them, man, had to have their heart completely opened. And I know for a fact we've all been through a lot of things. We've all gone through it, and we're all still going through it. And yet, can you keep your heart open no matter what? Because that's truly where the magic happens. No matter what you see in the world, no matter what is going on, no matter the things you listen to on the news, no matter what people tell you, no matter what someone says to you, can you keep your heart opened? Because what has happened is we've connected someone new that comes in and may say something that triggers us to then connect us to a past situation that happened to us. And then immediately our walls go up and our heart closes. And yet that person's like a new person in your life. And yet, do they really deserve you to be closed off, shut down, your heart closed, when they didn't do what happened to you in the past? They didn't hurt you in those ways. And maybe they're just trying to help. Maybe they're just trying to, maybe to open your heart more. Hey, what's going on? 0 Point, how you doing? Welcome to the live. So it's like, if I have one amazing thing to say to everyone today, that you can leave this live and show up in a different way in the world, would be keep your heart open, man. I know a lot of people close it off because they've been heartbroken in relationships. I know people close it off because, certain things have happened to them in their life. And then someone comes in and you think that they do something that triggers something from your past, which then automatically you close off. You shut down. You go into hermit mode. You want to hide. You don't want to be yourself because maybe they're judging you. Maybe they're gaslighting you. Maybe they're a narcissist. Maybe who knows what the heck they are, right? But maybe they're not any of those things. Maybe they're just triggering a past thing that gets you to shut off your heart, to close your heart, to not be in the heart center. And then, maybe they don't deserve that. So it's like, if I have one thing to say that can help anybody on this live, or anybody that watches the replay, keep your heart open, man. That's what we came here to do. No matter what happens to us, no matter the challenges, the tribulations, the roller coaster rides, can we keep our hearts opened? Something happens, we close off. How quickly can we open our heart? And not be afraid to, not be in a state where, oh, I don't want to do that because I don't want to get hurt again. But in actuality, you're hurting yourself by closing it off. You're hurting yourself by not having an open heart. Because then when you do go out in public and you do meet different people, they don't know the real you. And really, truly, to be vulnerable is what we need in this world. We need to show everyone that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be you. It's okay to, you know, be all of you, to show up who you are and not care what anybody else thinks. Say whatever the hell you want. If you're walking down the street and you're talking to yourself out loud, who cares what anybody thinks? Maybe there'll be people laughing at, oh, this person's crazy, man. Like maybe they'll be making fun of you. Maybe like, are you going to ever see them? Are you ever going to know? Who cares? So can we move in a way that we don't care what anybody else thinks? You know, whether they judge or they don't, you know, just be yourself, fully open, fully vulnerable, you know, so much more magic comes in that way. It's like I heard a long time ago. There was a person that I was listening to that would channel different, like kind of, I guess you would say like, I don't know. I don't want to say idols. I don't want to say celebrities. I don't want to use that because that's kind of putting them on a pedestal. So let's just say different musicians and artists and things like that had big followings. Let's say that. There was one that I remember so clearly, but I don't remember who it was that she was channeling. She would channel like every month somebody different. And 1 month it was like Jesus, 1 month it was Mary Magdalene, 1 month it was Bob Marley, 1 month it was Marilyn Monroe. It was always somebody different that passed away, transitioned. And the one thing I remember this one individual that transitioned and passed away said, the one thing you will regret, and you will say how ridiculous when you're watching your life review after you pass away, and you're watching your life review of your entire life here. The one thing that you will say, because it is completely different when you're not in the physical body, when you don't have an ego and everything is just love, is they said they wish they would have just randomly walked up to somebody in the street and just hugged them. And I know so many people wouldn't do that ever since like 2020, and we had that whole planned thing that happened. I know so many people would not do it because their heart is closed off from the things that happened to them in their life and in the past. And it boils down to trust, not only trust in yourself, but trust in others, you know, all that kind of jazz. And yeah, I guarantee you, if I did a survey and asked 1,000 people, would they do that? And probably they would say no. Hell no, I ain't doing that. Hell no, I'm not going to just randomly walk up to somebody and not even say anything and just hug them. Oh, they might be strapped, or they might be this, or blah, blah, blah. And I'm saying this not that I have done it myself, but I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying that I've done it myself, okay? And yet I'm just saying that, you know, we hold so much judgment around others and around ourselves. Oh, what is that person going to think if I did that? Oh, they may just punch me or slap me, or, you know, what if they just, man, thank you, I really needed that, you know? Like, what if it's completely different? What if it was like, wow, man, like, because I had this open heart. I mean, you know, I can tell you, I remember my dad, he had, no matter what he went through in his life, the one thing that I can honestly say, well, there's many things, but one thing that sticks out and stands out the most right now when I'm talking about this right here and right now, is that he had no problem randomly walking up to people and just starting a conversation. And, you know, and it didn't matter what setting it was. It didn't matter what setting it was in. He was born in 1947. He went through a lot, man, a lot. Um, and yet he walked around shaking people's hands randomly, speaking to random people, not worrying or caring what they would think. He ate a certain type of way because of his lifestyle that he had to make changes with. And regardless of what anybody thought, he continued to be himself. And that's rare these days, because that is like literally vulnerability. That is not only vulnerability, but being open-hearted, being heart-centered. Um, and I see it. I've talked about this so many times last year on this channel and this year, how I would walk in a park and I was just testing things out. And someone would walk past me randomly and I would just wave and they wouldn't wave back. Or I'd say hello and wave and they wouldn't wave or even say hello. Then others would. And I was testing it. Every time I would go to the park, I would test it out and they would walk right beside me and I would test out like, hey, let me just see. Let me try this. And then I just wave. I'd be like this and they wouldn't even look at me. They'd keep looking forward. I mean, it's I know it's changing, and yet it's very sad that we've gotten to that point where people feel the need to just ignore you, or others feel the need to ignore others. And it's sad that we've really truly gotten to that point, but I know that it's all part of this plan, this master plan to bring humanity back together so that we can live in community, so that we can be connected to the animal kingdom, to the galactic beings that are here, that want to be seen, that want to make contact, so that we can live harmoniously, that we can live in harmony and balance, that we don't have to eat poisoned food and drink poisoned water and and constantly heal ourselves and go into a system that isn't for our highest good to heal us. you know this is why most of us are here. This is why you're on this live. This is why you found this channel, because this channel is, and the newer school is all about remembering who you are and why you're here and what you came here to do. This is one of the biggest parts of the New Earth School, Ripp Into Light, so that the kids and the adults can remember who they are, remember why you're here, remember what you came here to do, and it's coming back to, I can just see the world where we all are living in harmony and living in balance and loving one another and living in community, and treating each other how we would want to be treated, with respect and kindness and compassion, regardless of you've been through this, and you not knowing what someone's gone through to, they've been through this, so now I got to treat them a certain way, just treating someone kind and nice and good because you want to, because the love you have for one another, because the love you have for humanity, because the love you want to share. And like I said, I hope one day we can get to a place where, and I know, and it's not even hope, because I know we will get to a place very soon where we all come together and we all treat each other with kindness and compassion, and we all just love one another, man. You don't have to be afraid to talk about how you feel or what's happening with you. Like, you don't have to hide away, like there's support, there's help. And I know it's getting to that point. I mean, we could just see it all over social media. It's starting more and more. It's getting to that. It's we're getting there. We're getting there, you know? And yeah, I just truly wish and hope that we do in my lifetime, in your lifetime, you know. It's one of my visions that I've seen so clearly since I was a little kid, and I want nothing more than humanity to rise up and realize what's happening, and and make the changes we need to make, you know. And granted, as I said, man, there is a lot of people out there doing it. There is a lot of people that are that do, no matter what they've experienced, no matter what they've gone through, they are open-hearted and they move in that way. And so with that being said, I'm going to end the live here. It's been about an hour. I hope that you got something out of this. I hope that if you get the opportunity, go back and watch the replay. A lot came through. Majority of it was channeled, and there's activations and codes to help you be heart-centered. And here's a great tip, you know, to help you if you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed out or confused or lost. Just breathe. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just like this. And if you could slow the exhale that you're exhaling out, the better off you will be, the more calm and relaxed and centered you will be. A lot of energies are coming onto the planet. We're changing, we're shifting. There's a lot of energy on this planet right now. And it's requiring us to go within and be more balanced and centered. And, you know, so breathe, come back to the breath. Use that tool that I just gave you if you don't already do it. Rewire yourself so that you can just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. You're not just shallow breathing through your mouth, that you're not leaving your mouth open and just breathing through your mouth. You know, that brings you into the sympathetic, not the parasympathetic. And you don't want to be in that all day, because then you're in survival. Then you're in fight or flight. You don't want to be in that all day long. So if you can, do it as often as you can. Put your hand on your heart and just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. That's loving you. Love yourself, man. Take care of yourself. Do good things for yourself, because that ripples out into the world and to others. When people see you taking care of your needs and doing things for you, then other people will do the same, and they'll love themselves more. And we'll see how quickly and fast we change this planet, how quickly things change and shift for us all in a better way. And with that being said, we also have a breathwork class tomorrow on July 13th at 9 a.m. Eastern. If you feel called to join, go to our website at www.darenandluna.com. You can go on the quick links page. So you can go to www.darenandluna.com/quick links. And we have 3 different dates there that you can click on and sign up for. We hope to see you there. When you lay down and breathe, you're laying down and breathing for the collective, for humanity. You're changing not only yourself, but you're changing everyone else around you. So if you want to make a big impact, then come join us. It is so powerful. It is going to be so powerful with me and Luna. And we're going to take you on a powerful sound journey that you will not regret. You're doing it for yourself. You're not only doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for humanity, all of humanity. If you want to see change within you, make the first step and change yourself, and you will see the changes that will happen around the world. So with that being said, man, as I said, go to www.darenandluna.com/quick links. I think it's quick links, or it's links. Excuse me, it might be links. Try it both. You can just go to www.darenandluna.com, and then there's a button at the top on the toolbar that says quick links, and click that. That will take you to the page where the dates are. And we're going to be doing one pretty much every Sunday. So starting tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. So we would love to have you join and be a part of it, and be a part of this great change that we're all trying to make, that we all want to see in the world. because we all want peace and harmony and balance. We all want it, and you know it, and I know it. And what we've been seeing and living in for so long is not what we all want. We all want, yeah, you too, Fatima, you too. We all want peace and harmony and balance, and we all want to see massive change on this planet. We all know that this is not sustainable. We all know that this is not going to last if we continue to move in the way we are. So it all starts with you first. And you deciding to make that change, you deciding to sign up, is showing your higher self, showing God, showing the universe that you're ready. You're ready for the planet to change. You're ready for us all to be in peace and harmony and balance. It starts with each and every one of us. So I tell you what, you come to one of them, you won't want to stop. You're going to be coming to every one of them. So again, join us, www.darenandluna.com. The links will be below the video. We have tons and tons of new stuff on the website that you haven't seen. We've revamped a lot of it. So we're coming back stronger than ever. It's time, and the time is now. The time is now for us to spread love, to open our hearts, to be vulnerable, to be kind, to love one another, to come together in community and harmony and balance, sovereignty, all of it. The way we've been living is not the way we're going to continue to live. And it's important that we all start making the changes that we want to see in the world. The more of us that do it, the quicker and faster we move to a planet that we're all one, and we're all connected, and we're in community, and we love each other, and we are kind and compassionate, and we help each other. And it's not just like, oh, let me gain this $1 million for myself. Let me gain all this personal wealth and have 10 cars and 5 houses. And you know what I'm saying? Like, let's all band together, come together, and help each other. That's the world I see. That's the world I know so many of us see. I love you all, man. Again, try this breathing technique. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Deeply in and deeply out, like this. I love you all, man, from the bottom of my heart. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you at the event tomorrow. Join us. Donate to our cause. All can be done at the website. I love you all, man, from the bottom of my heart. Take care of yourselves and each other. Subscribe, share, comment, and like. Until then, I'll see you on the next live, on the next video, or somewhere around the world. Until then, I love you all, man.